Well, Valentine's Day is next week, and for some, it's like sort of a big deal, right? Our society focuses on making this one day super special. But don't you really want love the other 364 days too? Of course you do, okay? Because every day can't be Valentine's Day. So what does love look like the rest of the year? If you're curious, then this episode is for you.
Hi, I'm Pam Williams, a mother.
And I'm Jessica E. Williams, a daughter. And this is a mother and a daughter truthful chat, where we discuss our 35-year multi-layered relationship.
We've been through so many ups and downs. Not only are we family, but we're business partners in the high-stress world of event planning and production for short films.
We've also shared the same therapist for over 10 years. What some people call codependence, we call collaboration.
So join us as we share stories from our lives,
have candid conversations with other mother-daughter duos,
and shed light on the roller coaster ride of being a woman while raising a woman. Welcome to Truthful Chats, 20 minutes or less designed to help us with the ongoing practice of creating generational wellness. As you know, or should know by now, every month we will have a theme for the month, and during our weekly Truthful Chats, we'll just unpack that theme a little bit. So February's theme is love.
But of course.
And today's episode is all about the science involved in love.
Exactly. Because again, Valentine's Day is next week. And you may or may not have plans for the big day. But in the spirit of this time of year, you might wear pink or red clothing, as you can see. You might buy pink or red roses. You might buy those like little heart-shaped candies with the words on them. Stuffed animals, or like all them little heartfelt cards, you know what I mean, that people have. So we really like bought into this idea that like February 14th is the day to celebrate all things love. I celebrated it because of my sister's birthday, and I love my sister, but all the other stuff, it's cute. I love y'all, but I try to love people 365 days a year. Okay. So when it comes to love, many of us spend a lot of time like thinking about like what our partner in the relationship should be bringing to the table, right, to make us happy. Okay. But how will your partner know what makes you happy if you don't tell them? And how can you tell them if you don't even know?
That part, right? Because we've all grown up with these cookie cutter ideas and images of what love should be. But what if that picture doesn't really fit the reality of who we are? Love should be as individual and unique as we are. And what if there were shortcuts to kind of find out what we need in a relationship and what we want in a relationship to help reach our love goals faster, right? So we found a few tools that might help with the process, and some of you guys might be familiar with them. I'm sure many of you have heard of the 5 love languages. And in case you don't know anything about it, there's a quiz based on the book by Dr. Gary Chapman, which believes that based on our personalities, that is the way we receive love and the way we give love a lot of times. Exactly. So when you know how you naturally receive love, you can better connect in the relationship and help your relationship improve. So
let's go through them.
5 love languages: acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. Words of affirmation, and they're pretty self-explanatory. Words of affirmation is using words to affirm people, to encourage them and make them feel good about themselves. Quality time is, of course, spending time with people and giving them your undivided attention when you're spending time with them, not just being in the same room watching TV or watching,
engaging. You have to engage.
Yeah, not just on your phone. They want your undivided attention. They want to have conversation. They want to talk. They want you to look them in the eyes. So acts of service, love is a verb. Action speaks louder than words. What are you doing to show me that you love me in a tangible way? Bond, shout out to you. They better be putting gas in my car. And,
putting gas in that car.
Get my oil changed and all those different things. So that's acts of service. Receiving gifts. Mm-hmm. That's self-explanatory. Bring me a present. Bring me a lot of presents.
Them bags, them Louboutins,
little Tiffany bags, the things, And then the final one is physical touch. So y'all know what that is.
Y'all know what y'all be doing. Self-explanatory. Y'all need the hands and the feelings and the touching.
So listen, here's a funny story I have. My love language is acts of service. In case you couldn't tell, but it is. acts of service. So I was telling Jessica, it was a funny story. When my dad remarried, my stepmother's love language was gifts. And so my mom's love language was acts of service, which tends to make me think it could be a little bit of generational with this, like passed down from generation to generation, what your love language is.
This is generational wellness. Create
Yes.
generational wellness.
Absolutely. So my mom's love language was acts of service, and so is mine. But my stepmother's love language was gifts. And I do think it comes from your family of origin, because her whole family was kind of like that a little bit. So here's what happened. When she and my dad were courting and, starting to, be around us a lot,
Courting.
she kept bringing me gifts. I mean, like,
mind you, Pam is the youngest. She's the last child. She was in the house.
Yeah. So I was.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
she's probably trying to like get her to like her a little.
Yeah. So lots of gifts. Lots of gifts. I never forget, there was this pink sweater with little bows on it.
Pink.
I know. Which is the thing with gifts. You don't really know what the person likes. So unless you're an excellent gift giver, it's kind of going to fall flat if it's not their love language and you don't really know what kind of gifts to get them. But anyway, I'll never forget that pink sweater with those bows on it. I opened that box and I remember trying to make my face smile. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening here? So over the years, we realized, because I'm always encouraging my family to do all these psychological tests and talk about these things that most Black people be like, we ain't talking about all that. But I kept encouraging everybody, like, I think there's something going on here. And so it was really interesting. That was her family's love language, and our family's love language was totally different. So again, when you're going into a relationship, look at the person's whole family love language.
And we know before
not
y'all,
just yours.
Yeah, because some of y'all like, I'm not marrying their family. Yes, but they came out of that environment, so that might.
And they're gonna have some of those traits. So
yes.
It could be a little bit off. Just something to talk about, something to look at, and see if you can make sense of it, so your relationship can be really nice.
Big facts. And I think for me, in terms of that, first of all, mine is words of affirmation. So you got to talk to me nicely. And quality time. And they actually reverse, because quality time used to be first. I don't know. Maybe I'm going through something in life. And need a first.
Words of affirmation is my second one. So we kind of overlap a little bit.
I am a quality timer. I don't know that I'm a person, this isn't her, Gabby Wilson's focus. Like, I don't know that I need all of your undivided attention. Like, put your phone down. Like, it would be cool, but if we watching something in a room, I'm good. Like, I have friends who I've had for years where like we'll just be silent in a room watching the same thing, laughing, whatever, and we are bonding. It's fine. I'm not that like, look at me in my eyes. Like, we'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then words of affirmation, quality time. But I know Pam's love language is acts of service. So this past Christmas, which again was a little rocky because we lost our beloved shadow. So it was a lot of like emotions. I was doing a couple entrepreneur classes. I was doing all these things. But Christmas was coming up and I knew she wanted to buy a tree. And we had like all these discussions about how much she loves Christmas. And we had kind of like I don't want to make it sound like we're just like crazy disgusting. But we hadn't really done a lot of processing of all the things that we had in one particular room during the pandemic. It was just, we had kids at the house. There was a whole lot of stuff, and we just had a bunch of stuff all over the place. And I was like, we should clean that room out and like really just make it happen so we can have like a nice Christmas in this room. And so we just put our heads together and our labor together.
We made a plan though.
And we pretty much cleaned out that room. We had like some business stuff to do earlier in the day, but we kind of like stayed up half the night and just cleaned up that room so that we could have like a nice place to rest for Christmas morning. So that was my act of service to her.
I appreciated it so much.
It was
I felt so loved.
So loved. It was inconvenient, of course. And then my dad woke up like, who did all this? I'm like, well, it wasn't Christmas elves. It was us. So, that's an example of like, that's not my love language, but I know it's her love language. So I tried to make it work. Okay. So after the 5 love languages, Dr. Gary Chapman wrote a follow-up book called The 5 Apology Languages, which I didn't even know.
This one was new.
So, and like, as we mentioned earlier, like every day is not going to be Valentine's Day. Somebody going to mess up. You going to mess up. The other person going to mess up. Something's going to happen. It's going to be difficult days, and you need to know how to Apologize what your apology language is and the apology language of the people around you so that y'all can heal the hurt in your relationships. Okay, so the 5 love languages are expressing regret, request forgiveness, accept responsibility, make restitution, and planned change. Okay, so expressing regret, and we kind of are going to go through these based on
quick.
We'll give you information for more, but quick based on if you are the person who has been offended. This is what you want somebody to do to apologize to you. Okay, so expressing regret. These are the people that focus on the emotional hurt of the situation. All they need to hear is "I'm sorry," and after you say that to them, they're good. Request forgiveness. These are the people who want to physically hear you ask for forgiveness. All they need to hear you say
will
is,
you forgive? Like
will you forgive back? Shout out to Gerald Maxwell. He's one of my favorites. Okay. Next is accept responsibility. These are the people that are not here for the excuses. Okay. All they need to hear is, I accept responsibility for what I did. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Okay. Make restitution. These are the people that are all about the desire to change. No matter how many times
justice
they
want what you did.
That justice. Yeah. Restitution. Yeah. Actually. So like no matter how many times you say, like, I'm sorry, I was wrong, they want to see that you have a deep, deep desire, a need, if you will, to right your wrongs. And it's not gonna be enough until you all the words is cute, but like what you gonna do though? Like how are you gonna make this right? Plan change. These are the people that are all about that action. If it ain't no action, it ain't working. The words "I'm sorry" and like "I was wrong," they don't hold no weight unless you have a plan. A plan is planned to change. A plan to change your behavior to avoid the situation in the future. You can verbally articulate that plan. You got the plan, you can say it to them, and then it has to be followed up by steps, actions followed up steps of action. Okay, so again, plan change. They don't want to hear the words. They don't want to hear the words. Okay, you got to change your behavior. You got to have a plan to change your behavior to avoid the situation in the future. You got to be able to explain that plan probably in detail.
Those are the only words they want to hear. I know.
Detail and follow it up with steps of action. So I am. In my test results, accept responsibility. I don't want to hear your excuses. You know you messed up. I know you messed up. Just say that. I don't want to go back and forth about all your reasons why, the psychology behind. I don't care. I just really want you to be like, I'm so sorry. I did you dirt. I was wrong. I apologize. I accept responsibility for what I've done. Cool. We good. I'm easy breezy, baby. We good. You are.
I am plan change. Okay. Does that go together?
It's a 3-step process.
Yeah. I'm plan change. It goes with acts of service. I want to understand. I want to know that you understood clearly what you did that was helpful. So the only way that I can know that is if we talk about it and you say, listen, I understand that this, and this hurt you. Now, here's what I'm going to do in the future to try and ensure that this doesn't happen again. And here's the first step that I'm going to take. This is the first step that I'm going to take to start on my plan. And we're going to work on this plan together. I'm giving you permission that if I'm not holding up my end of the plan, you can say to me, you said you were going to, and I don't really see, like, I want to have a conversation about how we're going to make this better.
What's the plan, Hunty? And then I think for me with words of affirmation, again, I need to hear the words, I accept responsibility for what I did.
Don't be telling me how well, if so-and-so hadn't done this, and if so, that part right there, right? If I was gonna, but then this.
Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Sis, come on. Anyway, those are the words that I want to hear, right? And also quality time. If I don't hear them words, that's going to affect the level of the quality of the time, which means that I'm probably not going to mess with you. Like, if you know, I'm probably not going to do it. Okay. So the love languages and the apology languages low key go together. So we want to challenge you Okay. Whether you have Valentine's Day plans with a significant other, whether it's just going to be you and the girls for what is that, Galentine's?
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all made that up. But Galentine's Day, I don't know what the male equivalent of that is, but whatever. If you at the house chilling, I think we just want to challenge you. Take the quizzes. Do the love languages.
Do the apology.
languages.
That was eye-opening for me. Like very, very.
Because probably most of y'all, some of y'all, I'm not gonna say everybody, but some of y'all probably know your love languages, but you probably have no idea what your apology languages are. Mm-hmm. And who knows? I'm not wishing this on you, but that Valentine's Day situation might not end well. Okay, you might need to figure out. I'm not trying. It happens. And even if your Valentine's Day is great, perhaps the next day things won't be going well. Okay, so we want to encourage you.
I guarantee you, it's not going to be Valentine's Day every day for the next 364 days. That's what we do know.
Okay, and it's whether you a partner, I don't care. You can use it for your friendships, your parents,
your kids. Oh
okay?
My gosh,
all of those things. So we just want to encourage you at some point next week. Take the test. We put them in the description box. You just got to click the link. They're free 99. I'm gonna say it again. They're free 99. Okay, you might need to put a little email or something. But other than that, just go ahead and take them so you could be a better lover and love the people around you. You deserve to have the love that you want with your partners and your close relationships and the people that are in your life that you love.
And you deserve to clearly articulate what you need so that people's expectations are not messed up and you're mad because you think they should have read your mind and know and understand what it is you need. So let's all put on our big people underwear and figure out what we need and be clear when we talk to people about what we need.
Because then I feel like a lot of your relational headaches, whatever they are, significant other, your kids, whatever, if you know these things, I feel like it will help you. Okay. Yep. I feel like it will help you tremendously.
Might be a change for you, but change is good.
I'm just saying, stop the mind reading. We don't like that. It's hard. It's hard. You don't want, if you can't read people's minds, they can't read your minds. Open your mouth. Use your words. Okay. With that, you know what time it is. It's 20 minutes or less. Okay. So we're getting ready to bid you adieu. But have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? Are you following us on the IG? Did you like us on Facebook? We just want to make sure that what we're doing and saying makes sense. You love it. You enjoy it. By the way, forgot this part. Make sure you post your results somewhere in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Either on IG or Facebook. Or
IG, Facebook, YouTube, somewhere. We want to know what your love language. Did you have some of the same ones as us? Are your apology language is the same? We just want to hear from you. That's all. So with that, thank you so much for your time.
We love y'all.
We'll bid you adieu. We love y'all. Boom. Enjoy your love day.
Boom.
Boom. Enjoy your love day. And love people 364 days a year. Don't you?
No, 5, including Valentine's
Day. Okay, 365 days. Love is a 365-day concept. And hopefully your love language and your apology languages will help you do that. All right.
All right.
See you.
Night, y'all.
Peace.